Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another Crafty Simulations video. To your viewing pleasure, we sort of have what looks like a military trainer. It's not a military trainer, this is the Gabriel BK160 TR, developed by Flying Fries, and yes, it's another company with a slightly odd name. So, welcome back to the channel. A little bit of background information about my lovely treble pneumonia of the left lung. It's getting better. My voice is the last thing to be affected. Yippee. So if the audio does sound a little bit weird, that's because my voice is just sounding weird. I hope I won't go into any coughing fits. But anyway, you're not here to hear about me. You're here to look about this aircraft. And it is, like I said, the BK160 by, what was it, Flying Fries? I've forgotten the name of the company already. Yes, Flying Fries. So many unique names for aircraft companies these days. Anyway, it does look awfully military trainer style aircraft. There's no denying this thing. It does look very militaristic, but it's not. This is a general aviation aircraft, VFR flying. It's for this channel, and it is something a little bit different. Have a little walk around this aircraft, you'll see what I'm referring to. It is a piston-powered aircraft. Okay, so it's not a turboprop. Folding undercarriage, obviously, but it has this. It has a bubble canopy and tandem seating. Military training aircraft have this kind of arrangement. Cessnas and Pipers and all the rest of it don't have this. Yet, here is the BK160, and it does, and it is a civilian aircraft. This particular one is sporting a rather fetching, I want to say it's like a carbon fibre-esque weave pattern. I would probably say it's probably made out of carbon fibre, to be honest with you. It's very light. Very futuristic looking. Upturned wingtips, which is a sign of aircraft nowadays. They do come with this. Even down to the, like I say, the little general aviation aircraft, they have these upturned wingtips for wingtip vortices, I do believe. Cuts through the air even more better, apparently. We look at the cockpit from here. Very well done cockpit. Very futuristic cockpit. I will go on to the cockpit a little better when we go inside the cockpit, when we actually go inside it. But this aircraft is designed to slip through the air with the least of pressure. I mean, that tail design is just artistic, to say the least. Again, that pattern on the inboard side of the tail is very, very good. Flying Fries known for, I think, 2 aircraft, including this one. I can't remember what the other one was. I think it's the Hughes something or other. It's a very rare aircraft, random aircraft as well. But yeah, they're not really known in the flight sim community. But they've come out with this. And it came under my radar as well. It's been out for a while now. It looks really, really good. It is an FS 2020 aircraft. It is bespokely designed for FS 2020. However, like most aircraft, it does function, I would say, 100% in FS 2024. We're in 2024, and I've had a few flights in it now, and I haven't noticed anything that's missing or wrong, or a graphical issue or anything. So yeah, it does work with it, but like I say, it was designed for 2020. Folding undercarriage as well. Again, some GA aircraft have folding undercarriage now, but this, it looks fast. It really does look like it'll slip through the air with the greatest of ease. However, it is quite slow. I'll be perfectly honest, it is quite slow. It is aerobatic as well. I wouldn't want to push it too far, but it is actually aerobatic. So let's jump inside the aircraft and have a little butchers at the cockpit, shall we? So, having a look at it, it's very well done. We have the tablet down there. I'll go through that in a minute. But we do have, like I say, it is a piston power, so we do have the propeller pitch, mixture and throttle arrangement, which we're used to. Center sticks, like a flight stick from a fighter plane. On the avionics side, we have a Garmin unit. I presume that's a copy of a Garmin unit as well. We do have communication and navigation down here. We have an autopilot system here, our annunciator panel there, batteries, electronics, magnetos, starter switch there, lights and fuel tank selectors are here. Pitos over there. We do have fuses. And they actually pop. They actually move. For a price point, of an aircraft of this price point, I wouldn't really expect them to actually pop, but they do. So we do have also the auxiliary pump and taxi lights and landing lights over that side. But it's still, it reminds me very much of military trainers. There's no getting around it. I do believe in reality, this aircraft is quite unique in the fact of you don't need to pass certain medical rules that you've had to pass before for general aviation to actually fly this aircraft. It's very weird. I'm not going to go into the legal side of it. Obviously, this channel doesn't cater towards that side of it. But this aircraft has changed quite a few rules when it comes to what is required of a trainee pilot to fly this thing. Obviously, you know, it's quite a rare aircraft and quite expensive, I would imagine. So where are we? Well, we are currently at Burning Blue Designs Red Hill Airport. We haven't been here for a while. I don't think we've actually been here in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. We did a review video of the scenery in 2020. We are going to fly out of Red Hill, and we are going to fly, I'll bring up my little map, we're going to fly to, or over Kenley, which is somewhere over that way, not far, and then we're going to fly over towards Biggin Hill, and then we're going to turn around and basically come back here. So it's a small little circuit, but basically we're going to go for our little area of Battle of Britain airfields, Kenley and Biggin Hill, before heading back down to Red Hill and landing back here at this frankly amazing Burning Blue Designs airfield. So anyway, I'm going to grab another sip of my drink before I start choking to death, and I will get back to you when we decide to start this aircraft up. So, welcome to the cockpit. Before we start it, I will show you the tablet, which is a very nice tablet actually, come to think about it. So, like I say, 0.6 hours flight time in this aircraft. I haven't had much in it. I've done a couple of 3 flights now in it. So, starting off with the fuel tab, obviously we can change our amount of fuel we have in the aircraft, which we're going to have plenty of fuel. I mean, it doesn't hold much fuel, but we do have plenty of fuel for this particular flight. We can change the pilot and co-pilot or trainee. Pilot or co-pilot, and what position we sit in. Obviously, if you was flying this aircraft, you do not fly without somebody in the front seat. It's to do with balance and weight. So we'll keep in the front seat here, but you can add people to the back of it. This section we can get rid of the various ground equipment, so we'll do that now. So chopped pitot covers, stairs. We can open the top of the engine hood and the bottom of the engine hood and the engine shield. Restock food. I'll go over that one in a minute. We do have settings regarding our noise and vibrations and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to keep them as they are. The sounds in this aircraft are very different. I'm not going to say they're good or bad. It sounds weird. I'm probably going to say it's sort of like the real aircraft. It's quite an interesting sound. We do have a pushback facility. Not required today because the taxiway is right ahead of us. We do have a basic speed chart, which I'll probably go blasting straight past. Never exceed speed of 180 knots, I presume this is. Operational speed is 155, landing gear extension of 115, and flaps of 115. Yeah, I'll probably get that one wrong, but hey ho. And info, we do have some QR codes, is it? I can't remember what it is exactly. I don't speak the lingo of the youth. To gain the extra charts, guides for this aircraft. It is quite a simple aircraft, I will grant you that. So to get rid of that, just click on the power switch and goes down there. So anyway, let's get this show on the road. So we don't have any ground power units for this aircraft, so we do have battery. We'll turn the alternators on as well. Central fuel tank has been selected. Lighting control. We shall have our anti-collision lights on because it's the only ones we've got to warn people that we are a live aircraft. So mixture can come up. Auxiliary fuel pump is now on. Yes, that's correct for the annunciator. That's fine. Mixture is full. Propeller pitch is full. Flaps are up. Clear on the left side, clear up front, clear on the right side as well. We'll start it up with the engines, with the canopy on, open even. So anyway, let's get this thing cracked, and you'll hear this rather unique sound. I say, quite a unique, interesting sound, to say the least. Get canopy shut, we click on this. Canopy shut, and canopy is locked. So, parking brake and PTO heat are the only ones, that's fine. So if I can remember how to use this, which will be a miracle. Right, first of all, Squawk 7000, that's fine. Flight plan. Active flight plan. Right, if I bring up... This is where I start talking to myself. Right, so I need... Echo Golf Kilo November. Echo Golf... where is it? Kilo November. Kenley Aerodrome. Add waypoint. Echo Golf Kilo Bravo. Kilo. Nope. Golf even. Golf Kilo Bravo. Beacon Hill, that's correct. Now I don't know how to make it. That's the flight route we're taking. Don't know how to set it up so that it's actually come back. So I can only add waypoints, I think. Can I click on that? No. That's useful. There you go with that. No way. Thank you. Yes, so that's weird because I can't put a destination in. So it's not far. We know where we're going. Right. That one. Right, so tax lights on, auxiliary pump is now off. Heato heat and parking brake are the only annunciator lights, that's correct. Navigation position lights are coming on. Let's see if Trackir is going to respond to me. Hey! So, let's check the audio. The audio looks good. It is quite a quiet sound for this aircraft. We can make it actually even quieter if I just turn Trackir off for a minute. We do have this, which simulates wearing the headset. So I'm going to actually run with this on. I don't normally turn these on. Excuse me. A lot of aircraft come with these now. I don't normally run with them, but I'm going to run with that. So that's with the headset on and the noise cancelling on. So let's see if that makes a difference. An already quiet aircraft. Right, so we'll be taxiing out to the left. It's quite a short run out to the runway here. It will be a grass runway takeoff. We'll be departing out of 26 left. It's the longest of the grass runways on the left configuration. It'll be flapless takeoff. Right, so taxi lights are on. That's good. You will notice this aircraft does bounce on its suspension a heck of a lot, even on concrete. I know the concrete's probably not going to be the smoothest, but this aircraft really does exaggerate every bump. And if you get a little bit too quick, it can be a bit unnerving. It is quite a simple aircraft to operate. It's not a full fidelity study level. I mean, everything works. I will say everything works, but it's not, you can control and lead this aircraft. You don't have to pay attention too much to the rules and regulations of how to start this thing. It is very, very simple. It might look like, say, like a military aircraft, but it is very much not. Weirdly, little Navmap has it as 26L. Interesting. I wonder which one's correct. I've done the database for this thing, so interesting. Weird. Right. Anyway, I might have to do that one again. Right. So we're now going to have, because it is getting on to being cold. Strobe light is going to come on. PTO heat is on. Parking brake is still illuminated. That's correct. Taxi light coming off. Landing lights are now coming on. Fuel pump is coming on. That's all done. Transponder, squawking altitude, and done. That's fine. That's fine. It's flapless takeoff. That's fine. Mixture is full. So let's roll out. I might have to reload the database, a little Navmap, just to make sure that's correct. Like I say, this is Burning Blue Designs at Red Hill. So definitely a very good version of the airfield. I've just realised what I've forgotten. I was going to turn on some cockpit lighting. It's quite dark. Autumn, isn't it wonderful? Right, which one is it? That one. You can make the glowing of the cockpit, it's quite good. Right, so we're not going to do run up. Parking brake is the only announce light, that's fine. Flaps are up, landing lights are on, mixture is full, prop pitch is full, auxiliary pump is on, landing lights are on, all correct lighting is on for the rest of the aircraft. Transponder is squawking 7000, that's correct, route is set. It'll be a right-hand departure as we head over towards Henley. So, coming off parking brake, running up. And we're rolling. Red line the RPMs, let's bring that back a touch. Knots. There's 70. Tap the brakes, gears coming up. You do get bounced around this aircraft quite a bit. Obviously, it is light, so wind conditions will affect it. Makes it very good, interesting for landings at crosswinds. I do believe that's Heathrow over there. Is it Heathrow or Gatwick? I can never work out which one's which. Gatwick. See, got that one wrong. So we're going to keep out their airspace. So you may have noticed we had the landing light on for takeoff. It's gone out now. I haven't switched it off. It is connected to the nose wheel of the aircraft, and basically when you obviously retract your undercarriage, it will obviously turn the lights off for you. Feet, 1100 feet. We're going to get up to about nearly 2000, I think. Holding a 92 knots. Like I say, it's not a fast aircraft. Not a fast aircraft at all. But now, albeit very, very stable. You know, when you look at the A2As, the Just Flights, the Black Squares, there is obviously great examples of GA aircraft here in the sim. And here we have this, the Flying Fry's BK160, completely and utterly different. And still equally good. So we haven't turned on our autopilot at the moment. I'm going to keep that off for the time being. Start throttling back. Right, up to altitude, so auxiliary pump is coming off. Landing lights are all off, that's fine. We're taking off on the center tanks, that's fine. Landing lights are on, we'll turn the PTO heat off as well at this time. Like I said, it does have a fully functioning autopilot system, which I am about to engage. So we'll line ourselves up on the magenta line and center our heading bug, autopilot coming on, altitude hold, heading hold. And the aircraft is now quite happily flying itself. Like I say, very, very simple aircraft. Looks complicated, but it is actually quite simple. Check the audio. Yeah, audio's still good. Very good lighting, obviously simulating LED lights. Like I say, a very unique noise. It is slightly different. It's not quite what I expected. Obviously, we're dampening the sound down at the moment with our headphones. What I'll do is when I get to Henley, I will turn off the headset dampening so you can hear the true sound of the interior. We are making a little flight over one of the Battle of Britain airfields of Henley, heading over towards Biggin Hill, one of the more known Battle of Britain airfields. We'll just switch over to nav hold. The aircraft will now take a little left turn as we approach. This is all standard scenery. We're approaching Henley. So I did look into this aircraft, the real version of it, and I don't know how they managed to do it, but there's obviously regulations as to what a trainee pilot needs to have, and they need to have medicals and all that kind of stuff sorted out for them to do flying training and to fly an aircraft. But this aircraft is actually different. As soon as you've got your PPL, I don't think you actually need to do a medical or you need to have less hours or something. It's completely different from what, you know, normal general aviation flying is. It is sort of the future. Oh yes, I never showed you the food, did I? I forgot about that. Right, let's just turn the Trackir off. The aircraft's quite happy on its own. So we do have this, this here. Now, what was the company called? Flying Fries? Anybody want some fries? There you go. And if you want to restock them, you just bring them up. On board, where was it? Options. Restock food. That is the best thing I've seen in an aircraft. We do have another one over here which doesn't have any food in it. It has a book. Your best vacations in Italy. And if you click on it, it does a sound. Again, nice little nod to probably where the aircraft comes from. It's slightly different. I didn't expect to see chips in an aircraft, or fries, or whatever you like to call them. Right, so we're now on our leg towards Biggin Hill. Autopilot is still on. Let's turn the sound dampening off. A little bit different. You do hear more creaks and groans from the aircraft now, especially when we start doing some turns. When we get over Biggin Hill and we start our route back towards Red Hill, I will obviously throw it around a little bit and just show you what kind of aerobatics this aircraft can do. FS 2024 looking awfully autonomous at the moment, which is about right, I suppose. Weather's not bad. Thick clouds, but we've got obviously area we could go through for VFR flying. I'm going to come off autopilot now, and we would fly straight now to Biggin Hill. I'm going to kink it off to one side. Biggin Hill, Battle of Britain fame. Spitfires and the Hurricanes from a different era. And then you have this aircraft, futuristic, aerobatic, general aviation. Like I say, not fast. We are doing 96 knots indicated, so like I say, it's not a fast aircraft. Again, the standard scenery for Biggin Hill. I don't know whether there's actually any payware Biggin Hill scenery. It's not an area I tend to fly in too much. Obviously, this Biggin Hill is very much different from the Battle of Britain Biggin Hill. Start our run back towards Red Hill, and we're getting some altitude at the moment. My view's a bit further forward, further back. Better. So holding 90 knots, 2,000 feet and climbing. So remember, this is a general aviation aircraft. This is the likes of an aircraft that is supposed to take on Cessnas and the A40s and Pipers and Beechcrafts and all that kind of stuff. And I'm fairly certain you can't do this with a Cessna. Definitely fairly certain you can't do that. If you do, you've got an issue. This is an aerobatic aircraft. I would say it's limited aerobatics, more likely useful for hard turns, which you wouldn't do necessarily in a Cessna. And as you can hear, the creaking and the groaning of the aircraft. All this whilst being quite slow, which isn't a bad thing for flight simulators. Obviously, the faster the aircraft goes, the more quickly the computer has to render scenery ahead of you. Obviously, at 90 knots, you're not stretching any computers, so the performance on this aircraft is really, really good. So if you do struggle with 2024 or 2022 performance, this aircraft won't push your computer very far. Very unique looking aircraft. I suppose this is the sort of designs we're getting nowadays when it comes to general aviation aircraft. Things are... We're still obviously flying Cessnas, and we're still flying Beechcrafts, and we're still flying all sorts of the older aircraft. But companies come out with new designs for what is possible. Obviously, carbon fibre now is used, and light materials are used in the design of aircraft. We have differing styles of engines that are smaller, lighter, and more powerful when compared to the equivalent Cessna engines. So we do have Red Hill off to our 1 o'clock. I am slightly high, so I'm going to do a left-hand loop and bring ourselves in for an approach to land. So we'll have landing lights are, well, they can't be on, can they? So auxiliary fuel pump is on. We're going to put our pitot heat back on. We're landing on centre tanks, both tanks even, which is fine. Plenty of fuel. Mixture's coming up. Flaps are going down to approach. And gears going down. So now the gear's extended, we can now put the landing lights on. Right, so auxiliary pump is on, the landing lights are on, the normal lights are on, pitot heat is on, flaps are down, approach, gear is down, 3 green. Mixture is full. Let's bring her in. Flaps coming down to landing. Slipping in onto approach. Just keeping it a little bit high to come over the motorway. Back to Red Hill, a nice bumpy grass runway, just tapping the brakes. Don't want to skid too much. So due to the unique way Red Hill is designed, I'm going to backtrack back up the runway to get back to our taxiway, which will be closest to our parking area. And our cut the video here, and we'll get parked up, and I can have my final thoughts on the BK160 Gabriel. So we are back at our parking area. I'm going to go onto the grass here and get onto the ramp, so to speak. Concrete parking area. Good manoeuvrability on the ground on this aircraft. And parking brakes are set. So, taxi lights are now coming off. Strobe lights are already off. Nav positional lights are off. Mixture coming back. Yeah, you see, I always like to grade the propeller shutdown. Not the best. Not the best, I must admit. A bit of a wind down in the sounds, but not the best. Right, mags are coming off. Alternator, sorry, no, avionics coming off, and the collision lights are coming off. Mystery is pulled back full, throttle is pulled back full, flaps are up. Just running through. Lights. Those off, and finally, alternators off, batteries off. Oh yes, unlock first. So, well, the pilot's already gone. It obviously has a shutdown facility. It takes rid of the pilots. Anyway, we'll ignore that part. Anyway, so what do I think about the BK160 Gabriel? It's actually not that bad. It really isn't. It's got a few rough areas. The rough area, I would say, we've just seen the propeller shutdown. We've seen a lot of aircraft companies do it a lot better than that. So that's got to be something I would mark it down for. Looks-wise, it's definitely futuristic. It's like the DA42s and the DA40s, you know, the Diamond aircraft. It's the way aircraft are designed now. A lot of aerodynamics go into the way the aircraft looks, which is weird because all aircraft have aerodynamics. That's how they fly. But they do look a little bit different now from the Cessnas and the Pipers and the whatever from the 1970s and the 80s that we're used to. Sounds are unique to the part of being good. I don't like the groaning. I don't like the... it's a little bit exaggerated, I think. It's all right in the air, especially when you start putting some tight turns, but when you're bouncing around on the ground, it can be a little bit different. It's a little bit too much, I think. Maybe the real aircraft sounds like that. I don't know. Never sat in one. Other than that, it's actually really good, I think. I'm just going through. It's available on Orbex, so it is available on a very, very good reputable company. It is a flightsim 2020 aircraft, bespoke to 2020. It is compatible, however, in 2024. We're flying it in 2024, and it works just fine. I haven't flown it in 2020, so I don't really know if there's any difference, but I didn't notice anything that was game-breaking here in 2024. It is available for, in the UK, £18.90. So it's not one of those aircraft that's going to break the bank balance. It's actually really well priced for £18. Nearly £19. I think it's actually really good. It does come with a few repaints. There is a few more repaints available on the flightsim.to. There's checklists available on flightsim.to as well if you want to go down that route, but it is a very, very simple aircraft. If you want to buy it in the US, it's $24.67. In the euro, it's €21.47. And if you're in Australia, it's probably warmer, but it's also available for 37 Australian dollars. I was nearly going to do an Australian accent then, and 92 cents, I presume. But yes, it's a very, very good aircraft. It is a GA aircraft that's slightly different from what we're known to and what we're used to. So anyway, if you've got any questions about the Gabriel BK160, please bang them below. I'll quite happily answer them. And I will see you guys and girls in a future Microsoft Flight Simulator video very, very soon.